I believe the law is something that it should be started with if we are to improve on mental health. You find that the law itself, constitutionally, the law impinges people with mental illness as persons who are discriminated. They are unique in the community and the law doesn't favor them in one way or another, not at all.
By the time the 1964 Act of Mental Health was written, it was not written with favor towards the patients. You know, it was written as if the patients are a bother to everybody. To reach an extent of writing in the law that the idiots, the imbeciles, and you write that in the law, you could see that those who wrote it were more interested in protecting the rest of society from the mentally ill and not to help the mentally ill themselves.
You find that even if you go to courts of law to access justice, there is no justice to someone who has suffered mental illness. They say this is a criminal lunatic, they say he's an imbecile, they say he's an idiot, and therefore not a person with unsound mind, and therefore cannot be listened to anywhere.
Omulwadde w'omutwe bw'aba alwanye etteeka ligamba nti balina okumusuulayo eri eruzira paka minisita bw'ali kirowoozaako ebintu ng'ebyo bikyusibwe bayambi be bagamba nti aba talina kuwoza so nga ate ekintu ekimu wadde mulwadde bwa mutwe yalibadde awoza kintu kyalibaddewa kya myezi 6 naye n'abeereyo paka bali mulowooza kugamba ebintu ebimu batandika okubirivisingamu nti kino kyalibaddewo ekiti kino kyali badde tebiriiko application olwo etteeka liyinza okukola naye nelikusibirayo nelisibirayo omwana watya nga naye lisibiddeyo omwana gwe nannyini kukola tteeka ebintu ebimu bikyusibwe.
Wembase yabidde omuntu wa mental health bamutwala kubanga abanga takyali bunsi n'emirimu egimu tebakkiriza oba olinako waliwo ofunyeko mental challenge tebakukkiriza kuwa mulimu.
Like public service, the forms on public service ask, have you ever been to a psychiatric facility? Have you ever been to a mental hospital? What is the rationale of that question on forms of public service? It is basically to eliminate. If it was helpful that if you have been to a psychiatric hospital, we are going to help you, give you the easy provisions, give you the soft landing, give you this support, enable you in this way, that would be helpful. But you indicate and tick that box that you've been to a psychiatric hospital, that is a total knockout. That's the disqualification straight away.
Ate n'abantu abo bolaba abatayayabo nga bagenda batambula babonaabona singa baba baleeteddwa mu ddwaliro basobola okujjanjabwa ne bakola kyematerera ne babuulira ekizibu kyabwe ne babeera abantu ab'omugaso eri eki eggwanga.
And if you have a productive population, that is worth, because if the population is productive, it will contribute to national income. And it's from national income that you can be able to derive taxes, which taxes can be able to contribute to the development of the nation in the various sectors, of which health is inclusive. So if you've got a population that is not healthy, that is very detrimental, because people are always going to be sick and the productivity of the country will be low.
N'ekirala mental illness bakitwala ng'ekikolimo kaŋŋambe ekintu ekiraawo ekibi ennyo naye nga nabwo bulwadde kubanga obulwadde bwa bulundi bwongo kale nga obwongo bwebufunye obuki kati awo nabo ne bafunayo omuntu abakiikira kati kuba ne bateeka abantu abadisability bada abakiikira mu parliament ne kubanga wakiri babongerako bakola kye bateekako omuntu atunulidde mental illness nga naye asobola okwogerera abantu kubanga abantu bayivu aba mental illness abala balina PhD bayivu ddala bulungi nga balina obuyigirize bwabwe bulungi.
Mu Uganda olaba nga waliyo MP w'abalema naye wali olabyeko MP w'abalwadde b'omutwe. Bw'obeera omulwadde bw'omutwe essaawa zonna obeera mulwadde nti tosobola kubaako kiwutiisa lwaki omulala akutegeerera. Baagala nnyo okutegeerera abalwadde b'omutwe n'abalwadde b'omutwe baali badde bafiibwako naffe tube nga tuli represented there.
So I don't want other people to represent our issues. I don't want other people to ride on our backs to make their pockets fat. I want our issues to be represented by us. Yeah, that's what I believe in, by us, because we have a voice we can speak, and most importantly, we've gone through it. Because when you go through something, you give it a human face. People stop looking at you as a statistic. People stop looking at you as what the doctor diagnosed. You see? They actually say, hey, you mean this person is actually a human being? You mean they actually feel and think the way we do? You see? People begin to think. And then they realize, you know what we've been doing hasn't been right. And mindsets begin to change.
I remember when I was trying to register the Heart Sound organization, one official told me that what I'm trying to do cannot be achieved. And it is a lie. I better leave it. I asked him, why can't we service users be eligible for office? Because in our constitution we put that service users, carers, and well-wishers will be eligible for office. And this gentleman, the LC2 of the locality we're in, said service users cannot hold office. It can't happen. They will be routed, they will cause a commotion. They can't. To him, service users are people who just eat in the garbage. You can't see something, any substance out of them. So to convince him to sign, we had to adjust the constitution to reflect that functional service users will be eligible for office, to maintain the place functional. But now the question is, functionality is relative, and who determines functionality? But it was history that the organization was registered, and it went on to work well.
And that I think it is important for us to, as psychologists, I guess, as clinical psychologists who have voices that can be heard by policymakers, is to encourage them to listen to the people using services who really know what that experience is, and for us to support that and say, this is key.
Irrespective of policies, they still have a choice to make. Because there's so many instances where there's a policy, nothing really gets done. So let's not use policy as an excuse. We know the situation. We can make a decision to deal with it. Someone can choose to make sure that there's medication, even if it's not the latest. We hear about medication being banned because it's expired. That doesn't happen in the mental health field. That is medication for maybe other conditions.
That's why the awareness at all levels is important and paramount, so that the policymakers are also educated, and then they can change the policies and make better policies to accommodate all people.
So the policy, the politicians, let them play their role. Actually, we are asking for their help, because how will they govern people who are not mental okay?